Oh. Alright guys, this is Ice, and I'm going to be casting another game with Spanishiwa. This time it is a Zerg versus Protoss, so Vile Spanishiwa versus, as the blue Protoss, xsixarcanne. Or Arcanne. I'm not sure if he put two N's in there for no reason or if it's actually Arcanne. Anyhow, xsixarcanne. Not familiar with the Protoss here, but he is a high level player. Spanishiwa is in the Grandmasters League, I believe. I do not think he's in the Masters League. Yeah, I think he's in the Grandmasters League. Haven't checked that, but I'm pretty sure he is. Anyhow, so this is yet again one of the games that he has posted on his Team Liquid thread, basically where he shows off his build, the 16 hatch 15 pool, and shows you how to defend against certain strategies, different rushes, or just different builds. So I'm not sure exactly what build the Protoss is going to be going for. We will see. The last game I casted, it was against Zerg Energy Stoji, and he seems to have pretty good matchups against all races. The only thing, well, probably the worst build, if you are Spanishiwa, the worst build to encounter would be probably the 6 pool. That's a cheese, so I don't think it's really counted. And that's just because he does get the hatchery first. He's on 15 supply. Should be sending this drone down to the expansion over here just as he gets the 16th, which is start to build over there. And he will hit 300 minerals as his drone arrives, creating the hatchery. And on 15 supply, he will make this spawning pool. Sorry, 100 minerals right now. Gonna power the 200 very quickly. Does have a drone in here, just seeing exactly what is going on. His opponent is going for a wall off, with his gateway coming up there. The spawning pool, the spawning, I may have missed the spawning pool. I'm not sure what happened there. I just pulled up the production tab, but I'm not sure why the spawning pool was so late. I don't know if the probe delayed it, but he could have easily just built it with another drone, because he was off by like 50 or 80 minerals or something like that. Anyhow, so kind of a slip up there by Spanishiwa. Anyhow, we will see what happens. Probe coming here, scouting. He does know the build Spanishiwa is going for now, if he did not already. And the cybernetics core coming down as standard, not going for another gateway with an extremely early push, as we sometimes see. Hatchery is going to be finishing up very quickly along with the spawning pool. Those do finish almost at the same time, although Spanishiwa did get the spawning pool just a slightly bit late, so they do usually finish around the same time. Using the zealot here to block off the ramp, as usually that is what Protoss do. And of course, the way to slip past with the drone is to click the minerals, and by mineral pathing, the unit collision is ignored. So the zealot was bypassed there. However, with Stalker gonna take that out, there's no way to get away from it. The Stalker is faster than the drone. Second assimilator being cancelled. So kind of a mind game here. Spanishiwa did see the second assimilator going up, and the Protoss deciding to cancel it, going for 3 more gateways. So there are 4 gateways on the field. This could be the 4 gate. He is chrono boosting out the warp gate technology. However, 2 Zerglings are coming back over here to scout, and Spanishiwa still no gas. He usually by now the metabolic boost would be researching by the Zerg, and then they have pretty nice scouting because of that. And you know, something I want to point out here, the early metabolic boost, which Spanishiwa does not have as a result of his unique build. Not going to be very good against a 4 gate. Zerglings very nice against surrounding stalkers, and running around force fields going to be kind of difficult if force fields are used properly. All of these being morphed, and the 4 gate usually only with 1 gas. You start the 4 gate with just 1 gas. So Spanishiwa, do not think he knows. Let me check his view. No, he does not know what is going on here. And I'm just going to pull up the name tab. Just in the middle of the screen here, you can see the supply. So, may be helpful. I don't usually use this. Used it in my last one. And maybe I will keep this up for the rest of the game. Not sure, because it blocks off a little bit of the top there. Anyhow, here is the first 4-gate push. Spanishiwa has a crap load of spine crawlers though, which is, he doesn't usually have this much, but spine crawlers is how he likes to defend. Now, not getting the 2 queens to block off the ramp, however using drones, and drones getting sliced, however transfuse being used on the spine crawlers here, and Spanishiwa is taking a lot of drone casualties. Not sure exactly how much he lost there. We can see 14 Zerglings on the way, just about to pop for Spanishiwa. Meanwhile, another spine crawler morphing and moving 2 more spine crawlers down here, just stopping the zealots from moving up the ramp. So Spanishiwa did lose an amount of drones there, so not going to be liking that at all, just because he did not have the queens to just slip at the ramp just right there. And that is going to annoy Spanishiwa quite a bit, as the whole point of this build is to get a lot of drones very early on, and Spanishiwa does like to get his gas at 40 supply. He's at 44. He gets all 4 at the same time, so we should be seeing that pretty soon. However, he did lose a lot of drones just now. So not sure if we're going to be seeing the gas immediately. He may just continue with queens and Zerglings. He does have an overlord over here, and the Protoss just moving around here scouting to see if anything odd is going on, and chrono boosting some probes over here now, trying to get back, trying to get some economy now. The second assimilator is up, so the Protoss decided not to continue with the 4-gate. Decided not to commit to that, and rightly so. Spanishiwa, with a lot of spine crawlers, was then prepared for it after all those drone casualties, and you see he does have the 4 gases up, just now getting those saturated. So the Protoss player did decide to go for a Nexus. So kind of an odd play there. I didn't actually notice if he put up the Nexus before he pushed, because it just did finish. And putting the forge at the bottom, of course, whenever you see a building at the bottom of the ramp, that usually signals that there is going to be expansion taking place. And just putting the photon cannon at the bottom here, and another gateway going up as well. So the Protoss player not diversifying from gateway. Now usually a lot of Protoss stay on gateways for a while, and he did not see any roach warren from Spanishiwa, and Spanishiwa actually does not like to use roaches. He says he thinks it's a bad unit. So not really needing the immortal. He is, however, hallucinating one. So this could be pretty dangerous for Spanishiwa if he sees this and assumes that his opponent has gone for 1 or more robotics bays. One Zergling going to be attacking that. However, he should have seen just there that his Zergling did not take any damage from the immortal, because hallucinated units cannot deal damage. So I'm not sure if Spanishiwa noticed that. If not, then he may be in some trouble, maybe trying to counter the immortals. However, not going to be going for roaches anyhow. He should know by now, though, that, I mean, he should have looked at that by now, so he should know that there are no immortals, there's no robotics bay yet, and one just coming up, just about to finish here, just as I was saying that. So getting the ground upgrades for the Protoss, Spanishiwa expanding way across the map. Not going for the expansion right here, not exactly sure the reason for that, although this can be hard to defend. Maybe hoping the opponent will think he is only on 2 bases. However, Spanishiwa needing to go for that 3rd base just because the Protoss is on 2 bases. As a Zerd, you never want to be equal to the Protoss or a Terran. Meanwhile, the Protoss here just hallucinating a Phoenix, which is very common, using it for scouting a lot. However, is for some reason staying in one spot. Why is he not moving that? Kind of a waste there. I shouldn't say that Spanishiwa is supply blocked. Moving an Overseer over here. Not sure exactly what he did to be supply blocked. Anyhow, the Phoenix going to be moving across there, seeing that all Zergling unit composition. However, Spanishiwa is going for Baneling's Nest as well as Eventual Sacks, and we can see 2 upgrades as well. He does like to get 2 evolution chambers at the same time. So this is one of the things that Spanishiwa likes to do, which is you have a high Zergling count and you get Vengeful Sacks with the Overlords. and you can see unitized carapace as well, because slow overlords are no good. And he likes to just make a couple banelings, take them in the overlord and drop them into the middle of the Protoss army. I'm not sure if we're going to see that here, but that is something that I have seen him do before. And going for the unitized carapace and ventral sacks kind of makes me think of that, and he will probably do that. Meanwhile, the Protoss is going for third expansion. Spanishiwa now needs to be very careful. He must either try to end the game right now, which he may be actually going for, although I don't see any banelings yet. There is an observer over here, so the Protoss player knows exactly what is going on. He knows that there are banelings. He knows that he could be in a lot of trouble. Is now putting a lot of photon cannons down here, probably in response to that, just because his army count is probably not enough to deal with this amount of banelings. And this is what I was talking about with the overlords here. And he is going for that. I thought he would. So taking the Zerglings to tank and attack from the front, while moving the overlords to drop banelings in the middle of the army. It's a very nice tactic. I have seen it used before, and we'll see if he's able to use it properly, or if the Protoss player is able to outwit him. This is a real Colossus. It is not hallucinated. Overlords are moving in. Overlords are going down, although not enough Stalkers, and dropping a ton of banelings, just destroying the Zealot composition and Sentries. Sentries, very low life unit, and a lot of Zerglings here. Now, Zealots are very good against Zerglings, however they're just too much, and Zerglings going to be running down here, taking down some photon cannons. And the Protoss player not in very good shape. The robotics facility was temporarily blocked from functioning, just to stop the Colossi from coming out, because those are very good against banelings. Getting a lot of Zealots as well, those are good against Zerglings as well. You do not want to have Stalkers when there's such a high Zergling count, especially with Metabolic Boost when they surround them. And a lot of banelings in here as well, so maybe seeing this tactic used again. However, there are not a lot of army units for the Protoss, just warping in some Zealots, trying to save the Nexus. However, that is not going to happen. And Spanishiwa possibly going to be moving these into the mineral line. However, a lot of Stalkers here. That is going to annoy Spanishiwa. He does not really want to waste these banelings. Oh, and he could... Oh my god. Destroying... Oh my god. That was over 20 probes easily. And that has got to sting. Oh, wow. That has got to sting. Destroying all of those probes. Even though the minerals were getting low over here, still fully functioning base there. Could have been there for a little while longer. Overlord still dropping another baneling there. Not sure how many casualties there were, because the Protoss did transfer some probes back over here. He is moving the now empty Overlords just across the map, maybe going for another drop soon. The Nexus is going back up for the Protoss player. Spanishiwa doesn't have any saturation over here yet, just producing, in fact, army units. So he could have gone for a macro hatchery. He is going for infestors, however, and those should be pretty nice against the Colossi if he has enough Zerglings to back it up with. And looks like he does not have a lot of army units, however, just enough to take down these Colossi. And there's a GG from xsixarcanne. So, very nice play by Spanishiwa with the baneling tactic, dropping them from the Overlords with pneumatized carapace and ventral sacks. And after the first push there by Spanishiwa, obliterating the Protoss army, he was able to then take off the probes at the back over here, and that kind of sealed the deal for Spanishiwa. So any hope of coming back for the Protoss, which could happen, was kind of vanquished there, and the Protoss going for one last try over here, however, not working out. And that is going to be it for this cast. If you want to like the video, like it. Just doing this for fun, so if you don't want to, you do not have to. Or if you have any suggestions or anything you want to say, you can just comment or send me a message. And that's going to be it for this cast.